Hello everyone, welcome to Slipjoint Sawyer. Today we're going to do something I've actually never done before on the channel, and we're going to go through a knife haul of a few knives I bought in a sort of a batch. Now I really enjoy watching this sort of content. I love it when people buy a batch of old knives, they just walk through them, do like a once over, and then do like a full review afterwards. So I think that's what I'm going to go ahead and do. So before we jump into that, I'm going to give a big shout out to Andrew over at Baxter's Blades. Thank you very much for doing the sticker swap with me. Wonderful channel. Please make sure you go and check him out. He's just hit 2,000 subscribers. So that's a huge milestone. If you're in the US, he has got a US giveaway, but I think has ended now, unfortunately. But if you're in the UK, that one is still open, I believe. I put together a few bits and pieces to give away on Baxter's behalf, so please make sure you go and checking him out. Baxter's Blades, the Tired Tiger. These knives then I picked up were from Mark Congreton at Congies Knives, so here's his contact information. congiesknifesales.com. He is a wonderful guy to deal with. You don't always have to buy from him. He is willing to trade. So maybe if you want to trade something for something of his, he's more than happy to do so. He's sort of flexible on prices. They're not 100% firm. Some he's going to be more flexible than others, which is understandable depending on what they are. But definitely go and check him out. He's got some wonderful stuff on there at the moment. And I got an absolutely killer deal on these. I'll pop that up there in the corner. They'll stay there as long as it wants to focus, because I've been having a bit of an issue with focus as well. But Baxter also sent over a really cool coaster as well, which I'll be using and having my mug on, which is excellent. So we're going to jump straight into it. There's 6 knives here. 5 of them are Sheffield made and 1 of them is Irish made. So this is the first one here. Sort of like a single layer pen knife, if you will, with these sort of the plastic style imperial clamshell covers. You can see those little tabs cover over and just pinch round. So if you want to take the covers off to clean it or whatever, you just have to pull those little tabs out. But you do need to be incredibly careful with this. If you try and pull those out, they're very easy to sort of snap off, and they do break very easily. But these are all in such fantastic condition, I've got no reason to sort of take these apart. But this little pen knife then is bang on 3.5 inches closed. It's a single spring with 2 blades, so that's a black sort of synthetic style covering over the metal scale. You get a main blade on there as well, and this was made by Jovrik, I think it is Jowik. I could be completely wrong, it's quite hard to see. You can see that Jowrik, you've got Republic of Ireland underneath and their little logo. It's a nice sort of pen blade size main blade on there. Really nice edge, and these are all in fantastic condition as well. Main blade on this one then is pretty much bang on 2 inches with a 1.75 cutting edge. Nice nail nick on there as well, but we will go through sort of full specs when I do individual reviews for these. You can see it's got no tang on this blade. Really nice action. A little bit sluggish, might need a little bit of a clean out, but main blade, nice snap. Pen blade I think just needs a bit of a clean, although they are pretty spotless. It's just like a little bit of pocket gunk in there. So that's the first one. This is the one made in Ireland. Next up, I'm not really sure what to call this pattern, because it does sort of have a sow belly frame, but it is like a 2-bladed jackknife. I mean, I'm going to call it a sow belly jack. That's just the name I've come up with it. But it has this really nice jigged synthetic covers on here, and the fit and finish of this thing is absolutely beautiful. You can see that there. There's maybe a tiny bit of gapping up here, but really nice steel springs, brass liners. Get a pen blade on here on the front, and you can see the tang stamp. We have a tailor's eye witness of Sheffield, England. I would say all these blades are going to be stainless steel, but there's not any patina, or if there is, it's very minimal. But cam tang on that. And then on the back blade, you have this really wonderful looking clip point with a hollow grind on there as well. And you look at that, very minimal edge on there, but it is uniform all the way down. And again, excuse the oil. Witness Sheffield, England. And I love this thing. This, honestly, I may have to get in touch with Ashley Harrison and see if he can make a jackknife like this for me, because it's a fantastic size. It's sort of I mean, it really fits the palm like a sow belly does. Not quite a distinct sort of belly on it. We have a blade length, this one then. So again, it's going to be UK legal. Snap on that is absolutely excellent. Nice pull as well. So that is the second one, Taylor's Eye Witness. Now this is one of my favourites of the batch. Look at the wood grain on this. Isn't that phenomenal? Steel back spring, steel liners. And this one is a single spring. Single blade, I say. It's quite a light pull. So it's not going to be a hard use knife, but of course, I mean, look how dainty this thing. You're not going to be hard using this. This is a nice little gentleman's sort of smart carry penknife. And this is a Joseph Rodgers of Sheffield, England. You can see you've got the etch on the blade there. And then their tang stamp there as well. And Sheffield, England on the back. But the pull is pretty weak. It's about a 4, and then it might get to about a 5 there. And it's quite easy on the break. But these sorts of knives, I'm never concerned with having like a 7 or 8 pull on them. It is just a little sort of 5th pocket jackknife. And honestly, even the smaller blades on Stockmans, I prefer them to have a slightly lighter pull just to make them a bit easier of use. But I love the wood on the front of this thing. I think it's absolutely fantastic. See, wonderfully clean in there as well. There's no gaps on this thing. It's immaculate. So that is a Rodgers. Blade centering, a little off, but nothing really to complain about. This one, this is jigged bone. No bolsters, bare end both sides. Brass liners, steel spring. Look at that. 2 blades fitting in that nice slim channel. And you can see how they've done that, where they've had the main blade sort of cammed over to the side. Same with the pen blade as well. But look at the bone. Isn't that not just beautiful jigging on there? Again, quite a light pull, but it's a little tiny pen knife. It doesn't bother me with light pulls. As long as it's not an unusable one, I'm happy with what it's got. And this one is, I believe it's a Joseph Elliot and Sons of Sheffield. Now, this is a company I've never heard of before, so I will have to look into that. But you can see their sort of maker's mark there. That's the C's back to back with a little cross in the middle. On the back, you've got hand forged. So these are hand forged blades as well. I think you get this little pen blade, you just get the same maker's mark. Yeah, Joseph Elliot and Sons. And then nothing on the back, just a little bit of oil. But a wonderful little pen blade. And that has really killer snap on it. Fits great in the hand. Now these are going to be perfect smart function carry knives or anything of that sort really. 3 1/4 inches. But I'm loving this batch of knives I bought. I've really gotten into my older knives and I love picking up this sort of thing. Next up, again, an absolutely beautiful one. This is a jigged synthetic, a black synthetic with this sort of rectangle shield. I'm not really sure what to call it, just like a bar shield on there. Again, wonderfully put together. Really nice jigging. This is a nickel silver bolsters, and they're not rounded, they're like flattened, which is quite cool. Not something you see very often. And again, 2-bladed penknife. And this one is another Taylor's Eye Witness. But I'm just amazed by how well these things are put together and how well the blades have lasted. These have definitely been in someone's collection who's loved them, cared for them, and they've definitely not been abused. Look at that wonderful little long skinny pen blade on that. A bit of swedging on the back there, just so it doesn't rub against the other blade. See that how it sits in there? Gives it a nice little bit of gap between. And this one's probably has the strongest pull out of any so far. This is probably about a 6 pull on this one. Really comfortable in hand as well. That one is just about 3 1/4 as well. And then I wanted to leave this one to the end because I believe it's horn scaled, and it has file work on the scales. Now, I'm not entirely sure how you tell if it is horn or not. It could just be a black synthetic. In fact, honestly, I just think it's a really dark black synthetic. I don't want to get my hopes up and think it's horn, but whatever. It's a wonderful deep black colour. Pinned through, and look at that file work. I would say that's like a chain link file work, wouldn't you? See how it looks like it's chains interlocking? Brass liners. Little pen blade. This one just says on it, apologies, I'm going to have a look, that says stainless Sheffield, England on that little pen blade. And then on the main blade, it just says the same thing. So there's no maker's mark on this one at all. But I'm not entirely sure who I would say made this. I've never seen any file work like this. I absolutely love it. Something really different. You can feel it. Not to the point where it sticks up, because you can't see it there, but you run your finger across the back of the knife and you can feel that sort of file work on there. But this is what I would call a nice gentleman's suit carry knife. Nice action on the blades. It's wonderfully glassy smooth, this one. Nice little pen blade. Nice little tiny spear blade. And then this one as well is 3.4 inches. So all of these knives are within UK limits. All of these knives have been handcrafted either in Republic of Ireland or in Sheffield, England. All of them very well. We've got 2 eyewitnesses. We've got a Rodgers, Joseph Elliot and Sons, and 1 unknown maker. But I've absolutely loved these knives, and I will be buying more stuff from Mark Congleton. He is a fantastic guy to deal with. He's wonderful to speak to as well. He's very knowledgeable, so please make sure you go and check him out. Make sure you're checking out Baxter as well at Baxter's Blades. I really hope you enjoyed this sort of knife haul, sort of semi-review of this sort of batch of knives. Please be sure to like, subscribe, and ring that bell for notifications, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.
Reviews knives on a dark old night. Got a knack for the vintage touch. Takes them back from rust to bright. Slipjoint Sawyer, sharp and keen. YouTube star behind the screen.